Welcome to Bali, and in this video I'm going to be showing you 7 days in the area of Canggu, Bali, which is a popular digital nomad tourist hotspot. Great for surfing, cafes, and has good nightlife and many things to do. Okay, this place here is called Love Anchor. It's just a market with clothes and trinkets and jewelry. No breakfast for you. So I went for an awesome surf this morning. Some of the best waves I've surfed at Batu Belang Beach. And we got some coffee, and now we're here at a co-working space called Tropical Nomad, I think it is. It's really nice. I think 180,000 for a day pass, and they've got different areas in the back there and this outside area here as well. Wow, amazing sunset here at the beach. We're at a little Japanese restaurant getting some sushi. There are all these beanbags here and all these little restaurants along the edge here, and the sky is purple. So cool. You see all sorts of different colors with sunsets, but that purple is pretty rare and it looks so cool. Okay, this is the place we've been staying at for the last few days. It's Villa Alicia Pereranan, and it is in the Pereranan area, which is just to the side of the main Canggu area, I guess west of the main Canggu area. And actually this is probably one of the nicest places to stay, because basically there's a few streets that come down from the main road down to the beach, and there's probably 2 or 3 that are considered like the main Canggu area, which are very busy, and there are places to stay along there, but the roads are quite busy there. And if you come out a few of these streets down to this Pereranan area, then you can see the amazing rice fields, and all the villas and bungalows and stuff are like in the middle of the rice fields. So I think it's worth staying a few streets down from the Canggu main area, and then it's a short, 5-10 minutes bike ride to the area with like more restaurants. But even if you go one of the streets down from here, then there's a lot of really nice restaurants and cafes and coffee shops. So we're actually checking out now, but I'll just show you the room quickly. So I think when we used booking.com, it was around $40 to $50, somewhere in that range. But I saw if you actually book here directly, you can get it a bit cheaper. I think they said 350,000. This just depends on what they're offering at any given time. Not too bad, nice little bungalow. And it does seem like if you contact the properties directly, it's actually cheaper than if you use booking.com or Agoda, which usually are about the same or even cheaper. So that just seems to be a Bali thing, I guess. So we're at this place now called Mimpi Grocery, and it is just a restaurant. I'm not sure why it's called that, but it's really nice out here in the rice fields. And I've just ordered my probably 5th avocado toast with poached eggs. Like everywhere serves that, and it's just been so good in Bali. I just keep getting that same dish. Just moved to a new place here in Canggu, actually in the Pereranan area specifically, which I'll show you around a little later. But really been enjoying Canggu so far. I mean, there's just so many nice restaurants and cafes, and I'm a little bit under the weather today, so just gonna catch up on a bit of work today and then also recover and then do a little bit more exploring while still here in Bali. Okay, here we have snakeskin fruit. It really does look like snakeskin. This is my first time ever having it. You don't really get it in Vietnam, or I've never seen it before this actually. And let's try it. It's so interesting. It really tastes quite a lot like pineapple, but it's crunchy and a little bit like apple or pear. Yeah, that combination, it's awesome. So we're here now at the Human Bean Cafe. It's really nice, little outdoor cafe. One of many, many nice cafes in Canggu. It's just a really great cafe and restaurant scene. Giant coconut here, delicious coffee. They've got breakfast, brunch. So we're here now at Nomad, the famous temple that's out here on this rock. Only when it's low tide can you get across here. And we just did a little holy water blessing, I guess it was. You rinse your face, drink some of the water, and then they put rice on your face, give you a flower, and hit you with some leaves or something like that. Wow, the coconuts are huge here in Indonesia. Look at this, giant. So here's a good tip: if you are coming here at sunset, there are these little restaurants here up at the top where you can look down right over here and see the sunset on Nomad. It's very pretty. The waves here are huge, just crashing through. So this is the place we've been staying for the last week here in Bali. in this cool little log cabin over here. It's a really beautiful spot actually. You can see around here there's a swimming pool, and then there's the big building here which has a lot of different rooms that you can see behind me here. So we're paying $350,000 per night for this little place here, which I think is pretty good. That's about $23 a night. And what I'm starting to realize here in Bali is that if you stay longer term, you get discounts. So I think the little cabin here was more expensive, but if you stay in one of these rooms, for example, and you stay for a month, I'm not 100% sure of the price, and I don't want to give you a price and then people come to this resort and say, oh, I heard online that it's this price, so give me this price, which I think it's a bit unfair to small business owners. But I believe you can get it probably for about 3 million or 4 million per month for one of these rooms. So this is how you can save money if you want to stay longer term. And this place has been really nice. They've got a little kitchen area there, a spot where you can do some work if you want. And right across the river here, there's actually a spot for yoga, and you can see the sunset on that side over the rice fields. Really nice spot, and it's right in Pereranan, on the main road in Pereranan, just off it actually. So you're right by the street with all nice cafes and restaurants, and then it's a short drive to like the main Canggu area. So yeah, as we stay here longer and longer, we've been trying to find better deals as well. So you saw in the first video in Ubud, we were paying like $70 a night. Now it's $23 a night. But you can see overall that the accommodation is not particularly expensive here in this area of Bali, in Canggu in general, and then right here in Pereranan as well. And if you're staying longer term, you can get better deals. Yeah, they're actually doing some yoga there behind me now. If I didn't mention, this place is called Maha Mustika. This one so far I think has been the best deal in terms of price and everything they have. Even though Villa Alicia was really nice, that was a little bit further away from everything. You had to go through some windy roads, and that gets me onto one of the downsides, I'd say, of Bali and the Canggu area in general, is the traffic and the roads. So there's a few issues with the roads. The first one is that they're small, and that if a car stops at any point and there's a car trying to get past, it will just completely block the traffic, and you'll be sitting there for a minute or two waiting for that congestion to ease up and you can carry on. And around sunset time, it gets really bad. Like, the traffic is pretty terrible, and driving at night is pretty dangerous and sketchy, to be honest, because it's harder to see, there's not perfect roads, cars overtaking, motorbikes overtaking, and to be honest, probably a lot of people drinking and driving. And that's the second thing about the roads in Bali. There's a lot of newbie drivers here. Now, everyone's got to start somewhere, right? But I think if you haven't ridden a motorbike before and you haven't got a driver's license for a motorbike in your own country, you know, just don't come and get on the road for the first time here, because there have been multiple instances when I've been here, and I've been here 2 weeks now only, where people have just done really sketchy things, like pulling out in front of me, and you can just see it's totally inexperienced drivers. And that makes me actually a lot more nervous riding on the roads here than in Vietnam, where a lot of people see the traffic in Vietnam, and yeah, it is pretty intense driving in Vietnam, but 99% of the people there are Vietnamese people who've been riding motorbikes their whole lives, and you have to get used to the way people drive in Vietnam. But here I'm just constantly nervous that someone else is a bad driver and they're going to cause an accident. So if you're coming here, be responsible. Take some motorbike lessons first. Do a license in your own country. Get an international driving permit. If you haven't done those things, don't be that person that just jumps on the road here for the first time because everyone else is doing it. It's dangerous, and you're putting other people's lives at risk. I saw people coming out of the emergency room here, someone with like a dislocated finger, someone with a big gash on their arm. Okay, so we're on the downsides. I'm just gonna quickly wrap this up with the final point, which is we got Bali belly, the infamous, dreaded Bali belly. I thought it wasn't gonna happen. We're trying to be safe about the foods we ate. We weren't eating at the super local warungs. Warungs are like the restaurants here, the local restaurants serving Indonesian food. Tried to avoid the cheaper ones, but still we got Bali belly, which is essentially food or water contamination. And for the last 3 days, it's not been a lot of fun. So that's real. I don't know how to prevent it really. Obviously avoiding drinking any tap water or ice. You want to only drink bottled water, but it's hard to know then with the restaurants because a lot of them serve ice, and it could be the food as well. We don't really know where we got it exactly, but that could put a real damper on your trip, especially if you're only here for a few days. Okay, so we got the negatives out of the way. So there's those downsides and the fact that it is quite touristy and busy, a lot of people around and about. But other than that, it is a beautiful place, amazing cafes, good things to do, beautiful beaches. If you like surfing, it's fantastic. So I'd highly recommend it. I had a great time. So that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more videos about life abroad, and I'll speak to you soon. Peace.